Train question. Hey Ken, if you can you show me how to time trains where if they get all clumped together, they get spread out over time? Yes, so what we're gonna do is we're going to build up a couple of, really just one train station here. Okay, so the setting that you're gonna wanna pay attention to is actually the edit timetable, go to train station 61, then you're gonna go here. Now, this is when, you set it per train. This is not set on the station, it's set on the train while scheduling, okay? You go here, it's this guy right here. Right now, this says one load unload has been completed. Okay, and so what it tries to do is it unloads as much as it can in one shot. It pulls up, it goes, we'll talk about unloading. It pulls up and it does the animation, and whatever room is available in the train station, it drops it off. And then when it's done, it takes off, okay? This is not great, and it is the default setting, and it leads to trains clumping together. Don't ask me why. I don't know, but it does. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to spread the trains out. And so we're going to say the freight wagon is fully loaded or unloaded, or something like 1 minute. Okay, so this is what this will do. Especially if you've got load balancers, this is great, okay? Because if any of your exporting belts get backed up, the cars that have items in the station that were supposed to be going to the back belt go instead to somewhere else. All right, and so these will empty evenly if you combine this with a belt balancer on the way out. And so here's what'll happen. Let's say there's a very long gap. Okay, you know how it goes. You've got maybe 4 trains running in a circuit, and they kind of all get bunched up together. And that means that maybe between train 4 and train 1, there's way too long of a gap. Okay, it happens. And your train stations run out and your flow runs out. If these train stations are empty, what this train is gonna do is it's gonna pull up and it's gonna dump it. And then it's gonna immediately move on, because everything was empty, right? Freight wagon is fully loaded or unloaded. Well, in our case, unloaded. The freight wagon is fully unloaded. It can leave or wait 90 seconds. Let's say the next train, it was hot on the heels of the one that just left. It comes pulling in. Can it fully unload? No, it cannot. So we've got the or, 60 seconds. You can play with this, 60, 90, 120, whatever. Probably 60 to 90, right? Now this train is forced to wait because it cannot unload all of its materials. It waits as long as it can, it unloads whatever it can, and then it leaves. And guess what? There's another train right behind it that probably got backed up. And now it has to wait 60 seconds, okay? And so you're bumping back all of the trains unless they can dump everything and move on. So it slows down the trains that are too close, and it doesn't slow the trains that are too far. And over time, it pushes back the trains to be relatively even, right? And again, how much it pushes them apart, you may have to play with this number right here. Now, where you run into problems here is if you have mixed train loads. And I'm not talking about in the same car. By the way, you should be very careful about putting different materials in the same car. But let's say you have a 4-car train, and 2 of the cars have bauxite in it, and 2 of the cars have iron ore in it. And let's say that you're oversupplying your iron and you're undersupplying or just evenly supplying your bauxite. Well, if you're forcing your trains to wait until everything is unloaded, your iron could slow down the train schedule and leave your bauxite dry. Does that make sense? So this works as long as you are load balancing and everything is the same item, right? Because you don't want one of your items backing up the others. So what you can do is you can actually just switch this to and. Now this doesn't fix itself necessarily in the same way. Every train is going to be delayed. Not the gapped ones, right? But it's not as kind of perfectly efficient as the other one. It doesn't sort of fix itself as well, but eventually everybody's going to be blocked out in that time. Okay, so it's really if every item is the same, you can switch this to or, and it's a bit more efficient. But if you don't want to risk one item holding up all the rest, switch it to and then that forces everybody to wait. Okay, so that's really the key here. And then again, this really works better if you are load balancing on the way out. And if you don't know what that is, there's plenty of videos on load balancing. I've done it on the channel and in the live stream a bunch, right? So at least that'll give you a couple of tools to play with and try to wrap your mind around, okay?